Welcome to the Mother-Daughter ISH podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. Hello, mothers and daughters. Today I have something exciting. This month of January, I'm going to be talking about how things are made. And today I'm talking about how vinegar is made, white vinegar. And not only how white vinegar is made, I'm also going to give you a little video on how you can make it yourself. But I'm going to talk about the different uses, how I've used it in the past, and how you too can use vinegar to replace cleaning supplies, to wash meat if you consume meat. But that's what our show is about today. I've got some different things I'll talk about for this month. So how vinegar is made. I was a little bit shocked when I read it. It said that it's made from ethanol and alcohol. And I was like, every time I go to the gas station, I see that it says made from ethanol. So that kind of scared me just a little bit. But I thought to myself, you know, it's been around forever. What are you going to do about it? It says, though, that you can ferment it and you can make it for yourself. So here's a little information about if you wanted to make vinegar on your own.
Fill that jar with 1 cup of cane sugar, organic cane sugar. Then you're going to take sugar, 1 quart of warm water, and you're going to fill this jar up with whatever fruit of your choosing. In this case, I'm using orange peels. You could use apple peels, rinds. You could mix and match to make your own mad science experiments, but you're going to go ahead and fill that up, top it off. Then you're going to cap it, and then you're going to shake it. You're going to dissolve that sugar. You don't have to be crazy accurate with it all gone, but just dissolve it basically. Then you're going to take the top back off, put a loose rag on top with a rubber band, and you are pretty much done. Now, all you do is leave that sit in a warm spot. Doesn't have to be hot, doesn't have to be cold, just warmish spot in the house for 30 days, and you have vinegar. You strain that stuff off.
You heard that?
You get all the goop and all the peels and the yada yada.
He made that seem so easy. Now, that's if you want to do organic vinegar on your own. Again, it said that white vinegar was made from ethanol and alcohol. You notice he did not just use any of that? I'm just saying. So now that I've told you how it's made that you buy in the store, I'll tell you some of the uses. I'll tell you one of the uses that I use it for. I use it for cleaning. Sometimes I'll take a little bit of vinegar, maybe a couple of cups, and then I'll take a half a cup of baking soda, maybe a couple of teaspoons of borax, and that's how I wash my floors and wipe down appliances and wipe down walls and whatever I want to wipe down to make the house smell fresh. My next project that I'll be doing in a couple of days is I'm going to be making that little mixture concoction, and I'm going to be washing my baseboards. I am not happy about it because it's so time consuming laying down on the floor washing baseboards. The top ones never get dirty. And it's always the bottom ones, though. I was going to wash the baseboards this next couple of days. And I will tell you right now, as soon as you can, get as many spray bottles you can. Pour your vinegar in them. I have been using glass spray bottles. You can get them from the Dollar Tree or any dollar source, I'm sure. But I've been using glass spray bottles, but not only glass spray bottles. When I buy my vinegar from the store in the big jug, I take it and I pour it inside of a glass jar. And then I put the glass jars in the back of the refrigerator so that I will have them for the next time. Some people even will take a little bit of concoction and add some lemon juice, because I don't know if you know this or not, but if you put lemon peels or lemon juice down your drain, it really does help to freshen up your kitchen sink and everything. So that is one of the ways that I use vinegar. However, there are many other uses of vinegar. So we all know apple cider vinegar is supposed to be good for high blood pressure. We know apple cider vinegar is supposed to be good for your stomach and all that. But today, We are talking about just plain white vinegar. I wash any kind of meat with vinegar. I wash my floors with vinegar. I bathe in a little bit of vinegar. I love the way it cleans my skin and makes my skin so soft. And when I'm done with that, I will get in, like last night, I had a vinegar and what they call that, Epsom salt bath. Let me tell you something. When I got out of the tub, I'm not even trying to be funny right now. It's going to sound funny and even a little weird. But when I got out of the tub and I was drying myself off, you know, you pat dry, my skin was so soft, it felt like butter. I was like, ooh, I like the way your skin feels. And I just kept touching my skin. I just kept touching my legs. I was like, okay, this is the way I like to feel, really, really soft and smooth. And anyway, y'all, if you want your skin to be soft and smooth, let me tell you, it really, really works. Also, you can use white vinegar to brighten the dark marks in your face. So let me just go down a list of things that I discovered as I was on my research journey. I had looked into vinegar years and years and years ago. I had changed the flooring in my home to what they call slade flooring. It's a flooring that you can use indoor or outdoor. You can use it on your deck or patio, or you can use it in house. I chose to use mine in the dining room and in the kitchen. The reason I did that is because when my kids were little, I wanted whatever was going to be easy to clean up. I got rid of all the carpet in my house because I just could not take it anymore. And when you clean your carpet, I used to always be so disgusted that if you go and rent that carpet thing, I didn't know who would have rented that thing before me and what they were getting up. So I didn't want that in my house. So I just was disgusted. I bought my own, but then I just didn't want to work that hard. You know what I'm saying? So I got floors that are easy to wipe and clean up. Anyway, on my slate floor, when I bought it, the guy told me, he said, if you just use warm water and vinegar, ma'am, he said, instead of it looking gray and charcoal gray and green and all of that, he said, you will see how the red and orange is going to pop out. I was like, he's trying to sell me these floors. I'm buying them anyway. When the guy installed them, I waited a week. I washed them with the vinegar. When I tell you the red popped out like it was magic, he did not lie to me. I had to call him on the phone and I said, you were so right. I say, I love this floor. He was like, I told you. Oh, I put it in the kitchen, the dining room, and my bathroom because I turned my whole entire shower into the slate flooring and I did the floor. So that's where I have it. And I did the kitchen. I did the kids' bathroom with the slate as well. So that's 2 bathrooms, dining room, and a kitchen. I almost forgot about the other areas. So anyway, white vinegar is good to rinse with. So if you want to rinse food with it, you can rinse them with. I like to rinse meat with it. I like to rinse with baking soda, also my fruit and vegetables, things like that. You can do it too. It's a good glass cleaner. I have not bought Windex in probably 10 or 15 years. Again, glass spray bottles, spray everything and wash it down with that. And that's how I clean my windows. You know, it's a gift and a curse that I put what do they call them? The screens on the outside of the windows where it blocks the sun. The reason why it's a gift and a curse is because I had them permanently put on. So you can't wash that side of the window. Even if I had somebody power wash it, it's not going to get through that screen. But I like it because it really helps to keep the sun out and it keeps the shade going and all of that. Again, like I was saying earlier, you can get the spray bottles and you can wash down your appliances like your microwave, your stove, your refrigerator. I just on the weekend when I was cleaning out the refrigerator inside and out, I just washed my entire inside of my refrigerator with baking soda, vinegar, and hot water and a little lemon juice. And then on the outside, I have stainless steel. So on the outside, I washed it real good. And where the water comes out, washed all around there. And it just smelled so good. And then sprayed the cabinets in the kitchen and washed those down. And it just was good. And I was like, I don't know when y'all getting washed again, but enjoy it today. It's a lot of work. When the boys were here, that would be kind of like their chore. I would let them wash all the cabinets and all of that stuff. But no more boys here. So now I got to do it. I also wash out my garbage can with it because even though there's never any trash or anything in the bottom, because we keep 2 or 3 liners in at a time. That's my little secret there. I like to keep 2 or 3 liners in the trash can so that once I pick one up, I don't have to just keep reloading. If I've got 3 or 4 liners in there, I've got 3 or 4 times to put the trash out before I have to keep relining it. That really works for me because I just don't have time to be worried about it if I forgot to put one in there. But I wash my garbage cans inside and out the house, the ones that stay outside. I wash them with a little warm water and vinegar. I just like boil some water, put in my vinegar and stuff, take it, throw it in the trash can, swish it around, and, you know, be more pleasant outside. It's really good for cleaning the kitchen. I just told you that I clean my kitchen and my bathroom. So that's the sinks, the toilets, the cabinets, the counters, the tub, everything. I clean with vinegar, wash the window sills, all that stuff. It also helps with the little cap of it. You can use it to actually keep the laundry soft. So instead of using all these harsh chemicals, other things, you can just use vinegar. You just heard the guy tell you how to even make natural vinegar at the house. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to get that recipe and I'm going to try it. And I'm going to let y'all know later on how it worked out. 30 days is not bad. And I got plenty of glass jars, mason jars. It's also good for removing stains on fabric. I have seen people do videos on that and show that it does work. It also is good to freshen up your pet. So when you're grooming your pet or washing your pet or whatever, you can wash them with a little bit of white vinegar. Again, the vinegar we're buying in the store is made with alcohol and ethanol, but you can make it fresh yourself, especially if you do canning or, you know, anything like that. This will be right up your alley and very easy. And it also helps to tackle dull shower heads. You know, I used to use spray Comet or spray Dow or spray bleach or spray 409 on mine. I don't use it anymore. As a matter of fact, I've just about gotten rid of all my regular chemical products. I have not gotten rid of the Fabuloso because other than essential oils and things like that, which are way more expensive, I have not found anything else that I can quickly purchase from the dollar store, Fabuloso or Walmart or something like that, where I can just get Fabuloso, put it in the toilets and leave it in, and it freshens the whole entire house. I haven't found anything like that. Now, you can go the essential oil way, but let me tell you something. Essential oil is expensive. Okay. So Fabuloso is $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And I can buy lemon flavor. I can buy lavender flavor. I can buy the blue flavor, whichever one that one is, and be just as happy as bug and a rug. So essential oils, I don't use them like that because I don't have an endless supply of $1.25 of any kind of essential oils. Now, they do work because I bought some tea tree oil once and mixed it in some things when I cleaned my bathroom. Literally stayed smelling like that for 2 weeks. And I didn't even use that much. I just mixed it into what I was already using, and I loved it, loved it, loved it. White vinegar can also be used for insect salves and repellents. I'm pretty sure there's a mixture for that on YouTube if you want to go look up a recipe. But for insect salves and repellents. Now, let me tell you something. I was shocked on the next one because every year during the spring and summer, I go to Home Depot, my favorite store when it comes to supplies. I go to Home Depot and I get my ant things and put around the house before the ant even come. Like last few years, I put the stuff out before they come so that by the time they get to my yard, they're like, no, okay, she's not playing this year. But did you know it says that vinegar, if you put vinegar around the house, it repels insects? Baby, when I tell you the next time I go to the store in the springtime when I go to get my vinegar, they're going to think I got some kind of party going on because I'm buying up 5 or 6 jugs just so I can get the whole house. And I'm not even going to spray it. I'm going to sprinkle and pour because I don't like those little ants that get in and they some kind of way find their way to the kitchen. I think it's something about the piping or something. They find their way to the kitchen and the little sweet black ant. I just can't stand it. It says it also kills weeds and removes ants, so it enhances your brick. I have a guy coming out in the spring that's going to be power washing the house and the driveway. Instead of using his bleach and everything, I'm going to buy up the solution for him to use, which will be the vinegar. I got to text him and call him and tell him that I want to spring that surprise on him in case he's one of those that's like, don't tell me what to use type of people. You know how some people get, a little weird about what they know how to do. So it enhances the brick on your house, but it also cleans Fido's ears. So your dog, if you clean your dog's ears, this would be the best natural solution to use instead of some of the chemicals that I've seen out there. It can open a tight jar. Let me tell you something. When I read this, I got mad because the other couple of weeks, I bought some pickles. I don't know why lately all I want to eat for my snack is pickles in the evening time. And so I bought some pickles. And I was like finished with my tuna fish sandwich and chips. And I was like, I'm going to eat a couple of pickles because I keep pickles in the refrigerator nowadays. I just keep them. I have to keep them. I used to love them when I was a kid too. When I tell you it almost took 2 hours to open the pickle jar, my son moved out, so I don't have him. My daughter was at work, so I didn't have her. All I had was little old me. My hands were hurting so bad by the time I kept trying left and right hand. I felt like I was in an abusive relationship with the pickle jar. My wrist was hurting. My inside of the palm of my hands was hurting. I was annoyed to the max. Finally, I was too lazy to go to the kitchen, to walk to the kitchen. I got a rag, washed it in warm water, and sit there and struggle with that pickle jar another 2 minutes. By the time I opened it, I was like, I'm only going to close you slightly because I'm not going through this again. So I'm going to have to figure out something else, because opening those jars, it was tough, y'all. My hands, when I think about it, my hands hurt. White vinegar is also good to clean your scissors. You know how sometimes your scissors get dull because you've been cutting things that had like a little sticky surface, or you've been cutting hard paper, soft papers, hard stock paper. You can clean your scissors with that and it'll keep it from getting all that gunk on it and everything, especially if you spent a lot of time during the holidays wrapping paper and doing all those type of things, cutting tape and all those type of things. You can clean your scissors with that. But if you are a smoker, it says that vinegar removes smoke odors. So I would think that it means that wiping down your surfaces and wiping down things to keep the smoke odor out. Because other than that, I won't know, how they mean to use it. But I can only think of wiping things down type of thing. My daughter has started using it in the car. She doesn't like really anybody to clean the inside of the car. She likes to wipe it and wash it down herself. But she started getting the spray bottle and going in and spraying the car down and washing it and wiping it. She said she likes the way it smells. So I'm kind of happy to hear that she likes the way it smells. And other uses, like I was telling you, I use it to wash down meat, vegetables, and fruit and everything. But you can also preserve meat with it, and you can also use it for cleaning any type of meat that you want to clean, like right before you do your turkey or something like that. For those of you who have house plants or even outside plants, it's good for your hydrangeas and your gardenias. White vinegar is good for it. Combine it with it says combine. Yeah, put your white vinegar with some cool water and add it to the plants, and it says that you will see. It didn't say good, it said amazing results. So I'm like, amazing? Really? So it says that these are, those are like a lot of common ways that people use vinegar to be able to remove stains from surfaces, even stains from skin and all of that. But I just found those to be so interesting, and I had to share it because this month I'm talking about not only how things are made, but how we use them. And there's so many uses for so many things. And I'm today, again, just talking about regular white distilled vinegar. I'm not talking about apple cider vinegar. We know it's supposed to be good for lowering blood pressure. It's supposed to be good for helping with your stomach aches. It's supposed to be good for all kinds of things. But I just wanted to talk about white vinegar because it's something that I've been using to clean with. So it does say that people add it to I think I heard my mom say she adds it to when she makes her cabbage and things like that. So people do actually cook with white vinegar. So, you can use it because I know people who use it. So really good for your faucets as well, not just the shower head, but for the faucets and everything. Imagine, good to wash with, good to clean with, good for pets and pesticide, also good for brightening things, good for cleaning glass surfaces like your window and maybe possibly even your mirrors that are in your bathroom. But down in the comments, I would love for you. Oh, forgot to tell you. White vinegar has also been known to help kill mold, black mold, and green mold. So it says use it undiluted. So straight like that. So I've always been told bleach, because that's what I've always sprayed, like in the garage if something gets wet or whatever, and it turns, I've always put bleach or whatever, but vinegar can do the job as well. Very, very nice to know. Again, it helps to soothe the skin, soothe from burns like sunburn. inflammation, all that type of things, abrasions. Get y'all some white vinegar and keep it in the house. Again, put it in glass jars so it won't stay in that plastic, because we don't know what that plastic has, the, you know, what they call that BM something in the plastic that makes things react weird over time. And good luck with using your vinegar. Definitely make sure that you're subscribed to the show. But not only that, join us over on Instagram. On Instagram, we are mother-daughter-ish _. And over there, you'll know when new shows come out as well, if you're not already got it on the bell for reminding you of when new shows come out. But look forward to the rest of my commentary this month on how things are made and how you can use them. And we are just going to have a good time with it. But that's my show for today on vinegar, something so simple that can be used for, I think in the book that I was looking at, I got up to like looking at 123 things that it could be used for. So it's not something so simple that it's just like, oh, well, it can only be used for 2 or 3 things. No, in the book that I was reading, it said 123 uses for vinegar. See the little glass jar right there? That's kind of what I put mine in, because it's cute, and then keep it in the refrigerator, but they're large. They're not small like that one. But try it. Try making your, especially like me, when I used to put Comet in the tub, I would cough. It would be like, okay, hardly breathe. Plus, if you know, mixing certain chemicals together can also, you know, make you faint and pass out, simply because certain chemicals you're not supposed to be even using together. But natural chemicals, you'll be just fine. So especially if you don't want to breathe in those certain chemicals, you don't want your pets and children breathing in those kind of chemicals, try using some natural chemicals. These are the 3, like I say, my warm water, my vinegar, and my baking soda. Those have been my 3 things that I go to, and I go to them naturally. I keep that in the house. I keep the baking soda in the refrigerator. I don't use deodorant anymore. I have not in 4 years. I use baking soda under my arms. Keeps you fresh all day long. And when I say all day long, I don't care what you're doing. Like even when I'm traveling and we're out all day, like I was just in Mexico and we went up to the Tulum ruins. We stayed at the Tulum ruins for like 3-4 hours. Then we stayed out. We went and ate. We did this. We were out all day long. End of the day, armpit check, still good. So here's what I do with my baking soda. I'll take it and I'll put it in like a little jar or something. And that's how I travel with it. So then I'll have to do is sprinkle a little bit on my hand, put it under my arms. I'm good to go. So if you are concerned with the aluminum and all of that that's in deodorant, replace it with using baking soda. Keeps you fresh all day. And sometimes I keep checking and I'm like, I just cannot believe this thing lasts all day long. It is crazy. I remember one time when we had a hurricane or something, I think it might have been 2017, and we couldn't use our water. We didn't have electricity and all of that stuff. So we couldn't bathe for 2 or 3 days. Baby, the baking soda came through, still was fresh 3 days later. So I'm just telling you, I'm going through life at this point, trying to figure out better ways to serve myself health-wise. And this is one of the ways that I found it. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. And that's our show for today. And I hope that not only have you enjoyed it, but you have learned something. Try out with me making the homemade vinegar, and let's come back and compare notes at some point. I'm going to get my tools in the next day or so. And guess what? I'm going to make some vinegar and see how it works. I always keep oranges in the house, so that's no problem. And everything else I already got in the house, no problem. That's my show for today. Bye for now.